Hey, good morning. This is Corey Camerdiner with newhomeprograms.com here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Came out here for a convention, Life Insurance Agents Financial Services. And as we like to travel, we do book a lot of short-term rentals, also known as Airbnb, Verbos. I love staying in other people's houses because myself, I'm a short-term rental investor. I have a property that makes tons of money by having people book with my property, and I'm an advocate of always investing in real estate. And this is a prime example. I'm standing in this man's house here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Did Airbnb. Now, when I booked it, I thought it was a whole house rental. Right before my trip, it says, "Hey, here's a couple shared areas." Like you can see the kitchen in the back. He's got a little living room over here. Behind me, it's a dining room. You see that? So I said, "Hey, wait a minute, man. What do you mean shared areas?" So I didn't know that it was going to be a one room in a house booking, right? See, some people, they own homes that they actually live in and they rent individual rooms on a nightly rate. So we decided to not stay in a hotel. We wanted to stay in a house, which was literally within walking distance of the convention center. But anyways, I'm going to show you a room that rented, one room out of a house. There's my lovely wife, Millie. This is our room. We're about to leave and check out with the airport. Little room, TV, little coffee pot. You see we got our own bathroom right over there. Got a little closet back there. So Millie,
Yes.
we stayed in one room inside this man's house, and he was actually staying here with us. So what was your experience staying in someone's house while they were also in the house?
So honestly, originally I was like, that's gonna be uncomfortable because I had a previous experience that you don't know about in Airbnb. But I was like, hey, I'm with Corey this time, so it should be fine. It was fun. It was he was very nice. We were really busy anyway, so he actually was very nice with his friend when we came in. I'm like, Corey, I think people are in the house. You know, they were in the backyard.
They're in the back patio chilling, drinking wine, huh?
This area gives me a little Italy in San Diego vibe. It's like small, chilly, small streets. Everybody is chilling outside, and so it was nice. You know, it was very put together, very clean. No complaints.
So, because I'm the one who books the trips, how much do you think this guy made off of us in 3 days?
I have no idea.
$500.
How much money would you spend if we stayed at the host hotel this weekend?
We would have paid at least $230 per day.
And that would have been times 3 or 4. So, okay, you saved some money.
And we'd have been surrounded by a bunch of people.
Which, I like that part, you don't.
I don't like that part. So anyways, it's the younger generation, when I'm selling them houses, they're like, just buy a house. It doesn't have to be your dream house. Just buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, live in it, rent some rooms out, get that cash flow. As you can see, the guy who owns this house, he just made $500 in less than 3 days. That's what you call passive income because he didn't have to work for it, right? Like I booked through Airbnb. I didn't book through him. I booked through Airbnb. I paid Airbnb and the money passed through Airbnb straight into this man's pocket, right? All he's really going to have to do is probably wash the sheets, wash the towels, right? Which probably he does every day in his life anyways. So what I'm saying is the passive income, he actually did not have to work for it, right? Now he has to work to probably pay the mortgage on this house. But the thing is buy real estate. Yes, it'll go up in value and maybe you can make a lot of money one day when it sells, but why not buy real estate now and try to leverage that asset for your financial gain? I do it, right? And I just told this guy when he walked out, I'm going to post his picture actually in this video in the comment section. But I'm like, dude, I'm like beating these young 20-year-olds over the head. And I'm telling them, if I would have known back then in my 20s, what I know now in my late 40s, I'm about to be 49, y'all, then I would have done things different because I had many opportunities, even as a 19-year-old in San Diego, to be able to buy a condo. And when I was 22 years old, I had the opportunity to buy a house in Bradenton, Sarasota, Florida, right? Within 5 miles to white sandy beaches. Could you imagine if I would have bought that house in my 20s? Knowing that that whole area is short-term rentals, right? So I'd probably be a lot further along in my life if I had someone like a Corey Cameradiner telling me, do this, do this, do this. And this is why, you see? So I'm making this video to kind of give you an idea. Actually, I'm going to step out on the, because they do have a sweet little patio. So we are literally in downtown Raleigh. So people don't have big yards here. This is an old area, a little bit older house, but obviously they've kept it up pretty well. But anyways, if you know young people, right, and they have a job, 2 years of employment, unless they went to college and got a degree, then they don't have to have the 2-year deployment, right? So if you have a job, have been working for 2 years, and you're paying rent, just take that money and move it over to buying yourself a house, right? You may say, well, I don't need a 3-bedroom, or I don't even need a 2-bedroom. I'm okay living in a 1-bedroom apartment. That's not okay. Because what's gonna happen is you will eventually get older, we all get old, and you will kick yourself in the butt saying, I had the money, I had the credit, I had the job. Why didn't I buy a property? And let me tell you, homes, they're actually going up in value, right? There are some cheap homes coming out, right? But they're little scaled down homes. But homes are going up in value, but your income is not. So there could come a mathematical point like you see in California where your income may never be able to allow you to afford a house. So if you can afford a house today, I urge you, buy it today, regardless if you like it, regardless if it's your dream home, buy it, because real estate is always going to be an investment, okay? So hopefully you guys can understand what I'm trying to get across in my point. This man made $500 renting 1 bedroom for 3 days. That is a great return. Show me your stock, one stock that made $500 in the last 3 days. Think about it. Peace out.